One thing that made starting YouTube so easy for me was the simple fact that I finally didn't need a niche. I am the niche. I just simply needed something to say. And I've now had the pleasure of teaching over 40 women in the past 30-ish days how to start their channel and show up 100% as themselves. They may meet me in the comments, who knows, but they'll let you know you have everything you need. You just need to learn how to say what you have. And this is what I'm saying. So I've shared that you're not starting from zero, right? I've heard some people make comments of, oh, my life's so boring, or oh, I don't know what to talk about, or oh, I don't know what to say. It's like, girl, please stop. Please stop. And I'm going to call you to the front every single time. You have lived experience. You've lived through something. You're good at many different things. There are things that people come to you about over and over and over again. You know, you got that one girlfriend that will send a voice memo, honey, she'll call you and literally ask for your guidance about X, Y, and Z. There are things that you figured out on your own. You've spent 10 years, 15 years, 20 years working a job, having a skill, crafting an ability to be able to do something and get a result. You have questions you're asking yourself in your own life right now in real time. Like me, literally reinventing my life as a 37-year-old woman. I woke up one day and decided I want more out of life, so I'm going to get it. And there's things that you could talk about for literally hours that you're passionate about, or maybe things that you've worked through. Maybe you've had bad relationships and you finally got your dream guy, and now you want all the other girls to get their dream man too, right? Whatever that may be, you're not starting from zero. You just may not know how to pull out where you're actually starting, right? So that's my first point for you. My second point, one experience is much bigger than one video. And this is what I mean. I've taught the ladies how to take one experience and create 10 conversations. I think you learned this in week 2 of the Build Your First Options cohort, which cohort 3 is now open. So if you're wanting to go a little deeper, you got to meet us in the room. But this is what I mean by this. This is my example. I used my breast cancer diagnosis. Shout out to the survivors. It was a time. It was a time, but I am here. So breast cancer, there are 10 different things I can talk about in relation to that journey. I can talk about the day I got diagnosed and how it took me by surprise. I could talk about 25 rounds of chemo and what my body feels like today. I can talk about losing my hair as a Black woman going through cancer. I can talk about marriage, right? Is this what I want? What does it look like to find a partner that accepts me for who I am, in spite of a woman that's battled cancer? I can talk about how my identity shifted and changed because I didn't recognize myself anymore. I wanted my old life back, but that doesn't exist. The journey of dating with a double mastectomy, honey. I mean, explaining to people sometimes what that means. God, that's a video for another day. Oh my God, I got so many stories. I can talk about going back to work as a new woman with a new point of view, because cancer quite literally changes everything about your world. I can talk about how I gained 15 pounds going through chemo, and I'm trying to lose it today, y'all, because you know your girl's been on a roller coaster. I can talk about the fear of it coming back. I'm 37. What if it comes back? That could literally be my conversation. I could talk about the faith in the scripture I stood on the day I started chemo, right? That's one topic. That's 10 different ways for me to literally tell you about breast cancer. And they're all the truth. They're quite literally, that could be a series. Netflix, hit me up. Okay. That could be a series. But so often, I just think we miss seeing ourselves that way. And sometimes we can't see inside of our own story. This is what you have me for, to help you see what you can't see and pull out the different conversations that you can be having here on YouTube with your community. So a layoff isn't one conversation. A divorce is not one conversation. Motherhood surely is not one conversation, honey. That's like 100. Starting over again isn't one conversation. Leaving your corporate job isn't one conversation. These are just, it's the doorway into something much deeper. So you don't necessarily need more experience. Some people think they need to be more qualified to be able to even start showing up on here and talking. You just have to learn to see the conversations inside the experiences that you quite literally already have. You don't need to do anything extra to be you. You are already who you think you are. So that leads me to my third point. You don't have to be the expert. Let your learning be the teacher. And that can be a bit challenging because a lot of people we come on here will love to tell us how to do this, how to do that, how did it get this, and all these other things, right? When you come on here and show up, if I were to talk to you about that breast cancer journey and hit all those 10 different topics, you better believe some young lady is walking away with pages of notes. You better believe she's walking away either feeling encouraged, supported, like, oh, Renee gets it, right? She's still learning from me. I don't have to turn on my camera and to say how to navigate breast cancer, because she's going to learn how to navigate it by what I've shared and said. It's just my unique perspective. It's just my point of view. It's just my journey that makes it different. There's hundreds of thousands of women that have battled breast cancer, and I hate to say that because that sucks. It sucks. But there's so many women that have navigated this journey, but no one experience has truly been the same. We may have had a similar medical journey, but our feelings aren't all the same. Our hair loss isn't all the same. There's still some differences there. And you have to know that even though other people have gone through what you've gone through, I mean, this is the world. Everybody's hit a wall of some sort. We all done been broke before. We've all been getting to the money. We've all been in relationships. Like, there's certain things that are just very, very common. We've all learned, we drive cars, we've all touched grass at some point. There's certain things that we've all literally have done in some way, but the way that you've done it, the experience that you've gotten from it, your thought process about it is what makes it so different and unique. Your voice is yours for a reason. You don't talk like me. You don't talk like me for a reason because you got to talk like you. I'm quirky, I'm silly, I'm goofy. And I stopped masking that and I let it shine through now. So guess what? I am me at church. I am me out with my girlfriends. I am me at the airport. I'm me at the gas station. I'm me at Kroger. I am me in conversation. I'm me texting. I'm me talking to the neighbor. I am me right here on this camera on YouTube. I am who I say that I am. And to know me is to know this is me. So yeah, y'all, you can see I get very excited about this piece. This is actually my favorite piece in the coaching cohort. I was sitting back the other day thinking about that too. I'm like, man, I've ran this now twice, going on the third time because the doors just opened for Build Your First Option Cohort 3. And now my one-on-one coaching will be open. So thank y'all for bearing with me. But I say all that to say that's been my favorite part. Pulling out the pieces of your lived experience that you can't see and showing you how you can show up and still be you and touch different people. Get your community, put your words out there. And a lot of this comes down to really identity work. It's just in the form of YouTube and video. So that's been, my most enjoyable part. Okay, so back to my point. You don't have to be the expert. Let your learning be the teacher. You don't have to teach. You don't have to be the expert. You're just a few steps ahead of somebody else. And those few steps ahead of them are enough to be able to turn around and help them as well. If you've been able to do something, implement something and get a result, right? That shows you're able to now turn around and get somebody else a result. When I started YouTube 9 months ago, after a breakup, the man that I just knew I was going to marry, and feeling very down. I had already experienced transition in my job. I just had a lot going on at one time. I'm obviously back at my parents' house. I just started to feel really low. And I'm like, okay, this is a low that I haven't had before and I don't like it here. I turned on this camera and I got inspired to do 100 days straight. And I did it. I hit my 100th day, March 5th, I think it was. I got monetized after 63 days. And I just talked about everything. I talked about the breakup. I talked about how I felt. I talked about being a 36-year-old woman at the time with no kids, no living children. If you know, my son passed away 36 weeks in my pregnancy 9 years ago. So rest in heaven, DJ. I talked about breast cancer a little bit, how I celebrated DJ's birthday. I talked about choosing yourself. I just talked about everything I was going through because I literally was in a whirlwind, y'all. And I talked about working these exhausting ass jobs that I could not take it anymore. Being micromanaged, always being told what to do, being time monitored. I just couldn't do it anymore. And that was a contracted role I accepted in transition of having lost my job. And I just couldn't do it anymore. I was frustrated and I was burnt out and I could not handle the monotony of this. I felt like there has got to be more to life than what I'm having right now, because if this is what it is, I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want it. I'm like, Lord, did you forget about me? Because I've been calling and y'all keep putting me on hold. And so I just turned the camera on and talked about it. And for me, vulnerability is healing. There's a lot of healing that comes with vulnerability, but there's also a great balance to sharing parts of you and who you are without oversharing, right? And we also talk about this in the cohort too. And I think that's very important for the ladies to know. There's a way to literally have these conversations about yourself without oversharing so many parts of yourself in the same token. So I talked about all of that. I put it all out on the table, and that literally catapulted into me becoming exactly who I am and me building an even deeper relationship with myself and my level of confidence and everything else that's in between that. And when I tell you, it has been the most beautiful journey to realize that I can still teach without teaching. I don't have to do it in this formal sense, excuse me. So just being a few steps ahead of somebody else, when you choose to come on here and turn this camera on and start talking, you're literally guiding somebody with your wisdom, with your life and your lived experience. And there's never a cap on that. 40s, 50s, 60s. I have ladies of all ages in my cohort. How dope is that for me? Like, that's amazing, because guess what? I get to also glean from them. I get to hear about their motherhood. I get to learn about retirement. I'm learning so many different things in the same token, but I also get to help them pull out the beauty of who they are for other people to learn and glean from. And now the ladies in the community are gleaning from each other. I've had one group, Keisha and Connie, shout out to y'all. They collabed on a couple videos together. Anne is this like financial freedom guru, and the girls are like, teach me your ways, Anne. Karla's out here whipping up garden beds. And now I'm like, well, maybe I can do that too, but I don't know what that looks like yet. I'm learning in the midst of their story. They don't need to get degrees or do anything extra beyond who they already are. And it's the same for you. So that's just been, yeah, something that I've loved. Point number 4, stop trying to decide your niche before you've collected any evidence. And some of y'all, if you feel me looking at you, it's because I am. Y'all have been rushing to try to put yourself in a niche after 15 days, and it doesn't work like that, honey. This is actually the one space where you finally don't have to do that. That mask that you put on at work, that mask that you wear when you're getting on a call with a client, the mask that you wear having conversations with other people that aren't your initial friends, you actually don't have to do that here, right? But that takes some work. That takes some internal identity connection with yourself. And I get that, because the perfectionism in me, old Renee rather, it's retired. She's retired, but she lived a life and she had a time, honey, but there's no space for her anymore. So your channel will start telling you what it's about. Don't force the niche, just collect the evidence. Your community, when they start commenting and replying, even your peers, I told the ladies in our coaching call yesterday, even the people that are in our community group that start replying to you, that's data. All of this is data that you get to take and figure out what you want to do with it. You get to take and have more conversations on it. You can take and express how you did something in another form of teaching us your process, right? Teaching without teaching, in a sense. So instead of like 2 mental notes, I created these. I keep coming back to list, and then people keep asking me list. So these come out of your head onto paper so you can actually see what's in front of you and you can see the pattern at hand. So what this means is If you want to create I keep coming back to list. I try to keep my journal with me at all times. I mean, I got a notebook with me right now. It can look like what subjects, what stories, what beliefs, what tensions or questions do you naturally keep revisiting? What keeps coming up for you? What are you thinking about right now? What are you even challenging right now, right? Maybe this life doesn't feel super sexy right now. Like, why is that? I know for me, it was a lot of like, why are we all working like this? And maybe that's going to be another video. But that's what triggered my desire to exit the rat race. Why are we all working like this? I just kept having certain questions that I couldn't escape. And that led me to have the conversations in my channel. And maybe you have a list of what people keep asking of you or keep asking you. What are they commenting on? What do they DM you about when you post on your stories or your Facebook? Asking you to explain, or what are they trusting you to help them make sense of, right? So this framework that we teach inside of Build Your First Options essentially is like what I can't stop talking about plus what they can't stop asking me about equals evidence. And this evidence then turns into conversations that you can have on your video. And you'll learn something about me. I don't say content. I've said conversations, because this should literally feel like you are sitting at lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever, talking with a girlfriend. It should literally be that like kiki, crackle, catch up energy right here on your channel. So my fifth point, you are a whole person. Your life can literally touch multiple conversations. This is super important because this is where you get permission to just breathe, right? An empty nester can talk about money, identity, home, career, and what she wants next. One season can literally open up several doors for you. Someone beginning YouTube at 60 can naturally start talking about creating conversations, technology, business, and retirement. Someone that's starting over right now in their life after divorce can talk about money, career, their home, and their identity. So when you say, I don't know what to talk about, you gotta look from a different lens. One human can touch several markets without becoming a random channel. And this also gives you that multifaceted permission to show up exactly as you are and be who you are. So yeah, if you don't get anything from this, like literally you don't find your niche and then start talking, you start talking and it finds you. And I think we've been taught the opposite for so long, that we have to start with the niche. We have to start put together. We got to know, okay, I'm talking to moms in their 30s. Okay, I'm talking to breast cancer survivors, post-diagnosis, right? And it has a time and a place. It definitely has a time and a place, because you might find once you just start talking, you may enjoy talking to them the most after a while. And that's a beautiful awareness, but you don't have to start there, right? Pay attention to the people that are listening, and eventually you begin to recognize the conversations that belong to you. So we're not looking for the perfect niche. You're just giving yourself permission to begin somewhere. And if you're ready to start and build your first options, Cohort 3, the doors are open. And we would love to have you. So this is my invitation to you. Cohort 3 is a 6-week live experience for the woman choosing to be vocal, use her voice, and create conversations that she wants to be known for on YouTube. And I cannot wait to have you in the room. We start September 1st. I created this like outlandish Delulu goal to help at least 100 women this year by December 2026 start their YouTube channel. And by golly, we are almost at 50. And it's only August. I don't know. I may end up surpassing the goal. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm just so excited because this world needs you. It needs your wisdom. Somebody's assignment is attached to your commitment. It's attached to your obedience. Imagine the ripple effect. Imagine everything that you've gone through, everything that you've experienced, and someone just needing to find joy from that. I got such a heartfelt comment the other day. Someone found my baby loss video. When my son passed away 36 weeks, I had a special sit down at my girlfriend's studio to just share his story. Took me 9 years to do it, but I did it. And I got a comment on there from a mom that was also going through a similar loss. And I know that pain so much, but the joy and the beauty that can be seen in my choice to still live this life and be actively here and giving grief its time was something that stood out to her. And that meant so much to me because that's what it's about. We go through beautiful moments, hard moments, aspirational moments, highs and lows. And it's like sometimes your immediate circle, they may not always get it. So it's beautiful when you have a space that can be an outlet for you and a space where you can share like, hey, I've been here. This is what I went through and this is where I'm at today. And it just provides hope for people. So somebody's hope that they need is attached to the grace that God's given you. It's attached to your voice. It's attached to your yes. It's attached to your destiny. Don't let fear stop you from that. Don't let it hold you back any longer than it already has. Don't let overthinking continue to hold you back. Stop being in your head so much and get more in your body. Get more here. Get reconnected with your body. Get reconnected with who you are. We're doing some work here, but we got so much beauty and some assignments to complete in the same token. So your voice and being visible is most likely attached to that. So if you are ready, we are ready for you. Click the link in the description. I'll meet you in the room. And until then, I'll see you in the comments. All right, y'all. Peace out. I'll talk to you later.